world is filled with beautiful sights, majestic waterfalls, and ancient castles that look like they came straight out of the Fairytales book. So if you're traveling around the world thinking some places look like they came straight out of the fairy tales, chances are they probably did. With that being said, here are the 10 amazing places that inspired some of the most famous fairy tales. We're starting this list with Alsace, France from Beauty and the Beast. If there's a competition for the most beautiful places in France, it's most likely that Alsace would be the winner. This charming region is worldwide famous for its hidden gems, rolling countrysides, and picturesque villages. A couple of places like Colmar and Aiguespoin were even an inspiration to Disney's directors while creating the movie Beauty and the Beast. In Colmar, you can also find the same exact fountain that Belle was singing on in Disney's movie. Number 9. Louisiana Bayou, USA, The Princess and the Frog. The bayous from The Princess and the Frog have been undoubtedly inspired by Louisiana's real-life slow-flowing rivers and swampy lakes. In Louisiana's bayou, you can find catfish, turtles, and even alligators. And if there's any place on earth that could give someone an idea about a tale that features supernatural swamp beasts, it's definitely the bayous of Louisiana. Number 8. Tahiti from Moana. When you compare the landscapes of this beautiful Polynesian island with Moanis from Moana's island, you'll inevitably notice the two look almost identical. While searching for the inspiration of Moana, the crew was traveling to Fiji, Samoa, and Tahiti to learn more about the indigenous people and get inspiration for the movie. In the end, their final choice was Tahiti. Number 7. Taj Mahal, India from Aladin. Judging by the clothes people are wearing, the appearance of the streets, and the background music, Aladin surely takes place somewhere in the Middle East. However, Princess Jasmine's palace sure looks a lot like the Great Taj Mahal. Despite being located in India, the Taj Mahal is perhaps the finest jewel of Islamic architecture in the world. Because India was under Mughal rule when this ivory white marble mausoleum was constructed. Number 6. Shiloh Castle, Switzerland from The Little Mermaid. This might come as a surprise because Switzerland is a landlocked country and a significant part of The Little Mermaid takes place under the sea. However, once you see the castle of Shiloh on the shores of Lake Geneva, you will see the striking resemblance to the castle from the fairy tale. Shiloh Castle is completely surrounded by Lake Geneva. The towers are identical and even the narrow windows look the same. Number 5. Swanstein Castle, Germany from Cinderella. When speaking of fairy tale places around the world, we just have to mention Swanstein Castle. If you're thinking where does it look familiar from, it's from the castle in Cinderella. The castle in Cinderella is an identical replica of the one in Swanstein. It was constructed by King Ludwig II of Bavaria, and its pointy towers, arched gate, and all-around marvelous architecture have been leaving tourists in awe for years. Number 4. Angkor Wat, Cambodia from Atlantis, The Lost Empire. Angkor Wat is the world's largest religious monument and one of the world's 7 wonders. And it's not surprising that something so majestic would inspire a fairy tale. The story might be based on a sunken Greek city, but visually, if anything on our planet is as vast and majestic as it resembles a lost ancient civilization, it definitely has to be the Angkor Wat. Number 3. Notre Dame, Paris from The Hunchback of Notre Dame. This gorgeous cathedral is one of the world's finest and most valuable architectural masterpieces, and millions of people visit the Notre Dame every year to admire its beauty. Disney's picture showcases different parts of the cathedral in great details, and even the representation of the surroundings looks very similar to the actual reality. Number 2. Mont Saint-Michel, France from Tangled. This unique island that's periodically cut out from the rest of France by tidal waters was an inspiration for the kingdom of Corona in Tangled. The castle's mesmerizing beauty and its remote location make it one of France's most popular tourist attractions. If you're struggling to remember why this castle looks so familiar, you might have seen it in one of the movies. Number 1. The Forbidden City and the Great Wall of China from the movie Mulan. Disney's Mulan is an adaptation of an old Chinese folk tale, the Ballad of Hua Mulan. The story of Mulan dates back to the 5th century. The animated movie sure did some great job. The scenery portrayed in the movie, the plot, and even the Forbidden City of Beijing looks as close as it could get to a 5th century setting in the Chinese capital. Today, the Forbidden City and the Great Wall are two of China's most spectacular and also most visited tourist attractions. Did you know about any of these fairy tale places? Or did you have the chance to visit any of them? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you like this video, check out the other travel related videos and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified with the latest travel related content.